Hello friends, welcome to our channel CSC Gurus. Coming to the question number 56. Which of the following is not a topological sorting of the given graph? Yeah, for a graphs you can have the concept of topological sorting. Okay, those who don't know they can listen now. So in a topological sorting, so you can see the path, like let us suppose if I say A to B, there is a direction from A to B. That means always in the ordering, always A should come prior to B. Always A should come prior to B. See, B followed by C and E. That means whenever you want to write either C or E, before that only B should be there. So you can write BC or you can write B followed by E, but you cannot write CB or EB. Of course you can write C and E, but why? Because there is no ordering, there is no relation for C and E. Both should come after B, right? Okay, this B should come after A, like this. So anyway, you can have here, you can E to F. So E should come, then followed by F, like this. So here also you can say C followed by D. That means C followed by D. You cannot write DC. Okay, and one more thing, what about B and D? See, B should followed by C, C should followed by D, means you can write B followed by D. You cannot write D followed by B. Okay, and you can write D, E, both you can write anyway, or E, D, there is no relation here. So like this we have, here it is asking which is a proper topological or sorting sequence. So that is what it is asking, right? So you can observe here. So like this it is, we'll see one by one. See, A followed by B. I mean, A followed by B is fine. B followed by C, that is fine. C followed by D, that is also fine, you can see. And E, where should E should come? What is the rule for E? E should come after B. You can see E is coming after B, right? Anyway, in the sequence, okay, after B only you have E, right? So anyway, it's not immediate, it can be anywhere, but you have to get E after B only. So you are getting, okay, and F, okay, F should be after E, and of course you can see after B. Okay, anyway, this is also fine. So that's why option A is correct. One thing, okay, it is asking which is not following. Okay, yeah, this one we'll see. A followed by B, that is fine. B followed by E, that is fine. E followed by F, that is fine. And C, where should C come? What is the property for C? C should come after B. Anyway, C coming after B. After B, C. In the subsequence you are getting D after C, right? That is also fine. If I get something DC means, then I can say it is not a topological. So now it is C followed by D, that is fine. Now this one, A, B, E, C, F, D. A followed by B, fine. B followed by E is fine. E followed by C, there is no relation, that's why not at all. C should come after B, right? So that is also fine, right? B is, after B followed by, like you are getting C. Now F, where should F come? F should come after E. So E is here, F is here, that is also fine. What about D? D should come after C. Okay, D should come after C, that is also fine. C followed by D, like this you are getting, that is also fine. So C also fine. We'll see this one. E followed by B, fine. B followed by C, fine. Here I think you will get the difference. C followed by D is fine, but you can see F. F should come after E, but here you can see F is coming prior to E. So that is a wrong one, right? Of course F is coming after B, right? That is also fine. But you can see always F and E, F followed by E should not be there, and E followed by F should be there here. So it's not a F and E sequence, it is E and F sequence actually, but it is not following, right? So this is what simply a topological sorting. You can see here and check it out whenever it's a like priority wise you need to check it out. Like we'll see some levels in a competition, like if you or somewhere in level 1, if you shortlisted in level 1, then only you will come to level 2, right? And level 3, like this. Okay, so in order to come to level 3 you must complete level 2, that means these two levels should come prior to this level. right? So like this topological ordering we call it as. So here option D, which is not following the topological sorting rule. Yeah, coming to question number 57. Following is a directed graph. It is given again on topological sorting only. Number of different topological orderings you will get. So I explained in the previous question, that is how many, topological sorting, what it is, and ordering. So how many are there? Simply you can see here. Where is the relation for this one? First I can write A. See, if there is a parallel, you can write anywhere. If there is a sequence, that must be followed, right? So which two? These two are in serial. That's why these two, B and C, must come in this manner only. D, these two can be grouped. There is no reordering. A is the first one, F is the last one. You cannot change it, right? So now A to B or A to D I can have. B to C, like this I can have. So that means I can say that A followed by BC. Anyway, D there is no ordering. I can write D, and then F. This is the one ordering I can write. And first A to D, can I write? I can write. Okay, A D first, then BC, then F, then like this. Anyway, D followed by E, I am not changing. So this is also fine. Two orderings I can write. Now is there any more? Yes, you can see A followed by B followed by, can I write D? Yes, I can write. There is no relation for B and D. Now I'll write C. B followed by next C. C should come after B. Yes, fine. Next I can write E. So E should come after D. Yes, it is true. F. This is a one more, right? Is there any other? I can just reverse it like C and E, there is no relation. So that's why I can write like this, A, B, D, E, C, F. This is also one more, right? A, B, D, you can see E, C, F. Okay, E should come prior to, after D. So you are getting E after B. C should come after B. Okay, you are getting. So still any more? Yes, we have. So I started with B here. I'll write with D, DB. Yes, DB, CEF, and ADB, ECF. This is also fine, right? You can see. So totally 6 I think we can get. So answer is option D. So like this we can check it out according to the direction. You cannot change A and F, right? The positions. Okay, you can check it out like internally B and C, D, B and C, D and D. These two you can rearrange. That's why 2 into B and D I can rearrange 2. Okay, sorry, 2 plus 2, and C and E I can rearrange plus 2. So the answer is option D. So like this we need to check it out for topological orderings. Coming to question number 58, somewhat tricky. So following is undirected graph. It is asking for value of X that will maximize the number of minimum weight spanning trees. The number of minimum weight spanning trees for this value of X is, see the question you have to understand clearly first. It is it asking for what is X value? Definitely not. Check out clearly. What is the X value you can keep here? You can keep here such that you will get minimum number of spanning trees. Now it is asking minimum number of spanning trees. Minimum number of spanning trees it is asking. You can clearly check it out. So the number of that will X, that is okay, the number of minimum weight spanning trees it is asking. So don't confuse here. So what might be the X value, how many minimum weight you will get, that is the question. Okay, so in order to make it flexible, I will use one of the minimum weight spanning tree concept. We have two, right? Prims and Kruskal. So for my flexibility I'll take Kruskal. Why? Because at a time I'll take, whichever is the shortest I'll take it first, right? So in this way if I take, let us suppose in this way if I take, let us suppose X value is something, anyway positive values you have 1, definitely I'll take this one first. Let us suppose if I take this one, assume that this value is something greater than 3. Okay, first I want to check this constraint. First edge this one I'll take, second edge this one. Okay, third which one I'll take, let us suppose it is greater than 3. Let us suppose it is 4. Okay, shall I take this one? I can take this one, I can take this, but this part is not I cannot take. Why? Because if I take this one, cycle, right? So if I take this one, cycle it will be, so I cannot take. Now can I take this one? Yes. If I take this one, this cannot be taken. If I take this one, this cannot be taken. So that means what I'll do, first I'll take this one, I'll complete this way, and I'll come here, I'll take either this. If I take this one, this cannot be taken, right? So like this I can go, right? Now that is a one thing I can do, or this is a one way of spanning tree. Now if I take this one, I'll take this one, I'll skip this one. That means one more spanning tree. Okay. Now I'll take this one, I'll take this one, and I won't take this one. Okay. And I'll take this one, and I won't take this one, this edge. So are you able to get this point? So like this, mostly I'll get 4 only. That means the options. Why? Because these two are common. Mostly one will be taken. Let us suppose if it is even less than 4 also, I may take this one, 1 to 2. Okay, then I have to take this one. In that case also I have options which are less than 4. I won't get more than 4, right? So anyway, one more thing we need to consider, like if you want to construct a minimum weight spanning tree of n elements, so the spanning tree must contain at most n minus 1, right? There should not be any cycle. It should contain n minus 1 edges, right? So it consists, right? All the edges must be connected. So you will have n minus 1. N is a number of vertices I am talking about. You must have n minus 1 edges in that. Okay. So now here I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can go at most 4 edges only. What are my options with 4 edges? Like I explained right now. Okay, once I'll take this. When I don't take this one, but here I'll take one. So like this, if I go, I'll get only maximum 4 minimum weight spanning trees. I cannot get more than that, right? So one example I'll take here. I'll connect. This is a 1 first. This is 3. Then I'll take this one 4. Then I'll take this one, let us suppose 4 or 5, whatever it may be. Okay, so that's it. And of course I'll take this one. Okay, this part I'll take, all the vertices are connected. Now instead of this, I'll take this one, second minimum weight spanning tree. Now instead of this, I'll take this one, I won't take this one. Okay, anyway, this cannot be taken, right? In previous also this cannot be taken. So like this, the options we have, totally I can get mostly 4 minimum weight spanning trees, not more than that. So our option is option A. Coming to the question number 59. Let G be a connected undirected graph of 100 vertices and 300 edges. Okay, the weight of a minimum weight spanning tree of G is 500. So the weight it is given, that is minimum weight spanning tree is constructed where the weight is 500. Now question is, when the weight of each edge of G is increased by 5, so then what is the minimum spanning tree becomes weight of this? So the logic, what I explained, like when you say the property of minimum weight spanning tree, okay, even in spanning tree definitely there should be any cycle. And one more thing we need to remember, if there are any vertices in a graph, your spanning tree definitely consists n minus 1 edges. Okay, like if let us suppose if I want to connect n vertices, if I want to connect 5 vertices, there must be 4 edges, right? So like this, if there are n vertices, n minus 1 edges you will find. Okay, n minus 1 edges you will find. Now here 100 vertices are there, definitely I'll have 99 edges, and for 99 edges each edge is increased by 5. Each edge is increased by 5. That's why the additional weight you will get is 495. Now previous weight is 500. Now additional is 495. The answer is 995, option B. So this property is very important. If there are n vertices, definitely there are n minus 1 edges in the minimum weight spanning tree. Okay. Even in spanning tree, in simple spanning tree also, you will have n minus 1 edges. Option B is right answer. Yeah, a simple question regarding stacks and queues. Stack S1 of size is 4, S2 of size is 5. Q1 is, Q also is taken. Okay, 1 is stack. I'll write here. Yeah, 1 is Q. I'll write here. Now, we know that stack you can push from the top. You can pop only from the top. So first thing you are pushing what? Push LMAB. LMAB. And remember one more point. The size of the stack is 4 only. So that's it. So you won't have this one, right? Okay, so 0 to 3. Okay, push LAMB to the stack S1 and S2 is size S5. Okay, we'll see that also. So the question is clearly given that you have to push, you have to do the stack operations, these 3 and these 3 alternatively. That means first this operation, second this one, third this one, and fourth this one, like this we need to do. Now after that you have to push, this is S2, whatever you pop here or whatever you delete here, okay, those elements have to be inserted to S2. Okay, so that is the thing here it is asking. Anyway, we will do this one. Push LMAB first. So I pushed LMAB. This operation is over. Now NQ PLQS. PLQS, anyway from the ray ramp I'm NQing, that means I'm inserting into the queue. Now pop 2 elements. Which 2 elements will be popped here? B will be, then A will be popped. B and A. So like this, B first, then A. Anyway from the top, right? Pop 2 elements. Then NQY. What is NQY? You have to NQ here Y. Right? Like this. Now I NQ Y here. Then peak. What is peak? Which is what peak will be taken, which is M will be here. Peak. And here DQ until front is equals to 4. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So until front is equals to 4. So front, if I delete front will be here. If I delete this, front will be here, like this. So PLQS will be taken. So PLQ will be taken. Yes, stack is stack is full. Okay. Now the question is what will be the output of the popped elements of S2 until S2 is empty. So now what if I pop? If I pop, Q will come first, next L, next P, next A, next B, right? So the answer is option C. You may think of S also will be inserted, but you can see this Q size, stack size 5 only. You cannot insert one more. So that is also one more thing we need to observe. Not only push pop, you have to check it out with the size also, right? So that also you need to consider, and according to that our answer is option C. And one more thing you need to remember, if I say peak means what is the top element, that's it. It's not like you're popping or you're popping the elements. If I pop, it has to be inserted into the stack, but here only peak, that means we are not popping, we are just finding the last element. So our answer is option C. We will see some more questions in the next video lecture. Thank you.